size. And sometimes you're not able to backtest, right? Some ideas are too obscure to backtest. Okay, well, you can kind of forward test with incubating. And I don't even talk about scaling, because at the end of the day, you have to get past the R, the B, and the I. Scaling is really just increasing the size on something that's working in the future. These are the same two ideas. And like I said, I'm going to give you all of the code. And I also have a GitHub that you can download all the code for as well. So you can see here, I'm going to fly through this part. This is how you import the API. This tells you about the positions dashboard, seeing everybody's positions. This gets the risk and colors it so you can see, kind of like I see here. You can see this is the main function. And like I said, I will give you the GitHub. You can see I'm tracking BTC, ETH, SOL, XRP, and HYPE. This shows the display. It goes through and sets it all up nicely for us. And you can pause this, rewind, do whatever you need to do. This is all of the code. These are liquidation totals. So I'm also looking at the totals. One is looking at the positions, people's positions, and then the other is looking at the actual liquidations that happen. So who's getting wrecked? And it just comes down to this. These are 4 of the 39 different calls. You can read about the Moondev API if you'd like. It's all here, moondev.com/docs, and then the GitHub is right here. So the GitHub has a ton more examples, but you can see how, you know, I had a simple problem. I was trading by hand, trading emotionally, using way too much leverage. And I was just sick of staying up all night, staring at the charts just to get liquidated, wake up to those emails where you got liquidated and just lost all your money. So I had to change it. And then somehow this dude just appeared. I just met him and he was trading $1 billion per day. And it's just like life works that way. He was using automation. He was a regular dude. Okay, if you can do it, I can do it too. I hope that you see me here every single day on YouTube. If I can do it, you can probably do it too. I'll show you everything that I know. If you feel like coming to the Zoom, we have a Zoom call. There's a link in the description. I'll see you tomorrow. Just to stay hedged. Okay, I see why that's interesting, because if they have to buy them to stay hedged, the setup, market makers sell options to traders like you. They do not want to bet on direction, so they offset every option with stock. Okay, I can see it. I can see it already. I can see why this is useful. As price moves, the right amount of stock changes, so they must keep buying or selling. That forced flow hits the market. 2 words, delta. How much an option moves when the stock moves $1. Gamma, how fast the delta changes. Gamma is the speed of the change. Gamma is why hedging never stops. So market makers always have to hedge. They never want to be in a naked long or short, so they're I guess the GEX allows you to kind of see how much they need to buy or sell. So gamma is why hedging never stops. Price moves, delta changes, dealers must trade again. The whole idea in 2 states, dealers long gamma, positive GEX. They must sell when price goes up and buy when price goes down. That is a shock absorber. You get chop, small ranges, pinning to strikes, dips that get bought. Dealers short gamma, negative GEX. Now it flips. They must buy when price goes up and sells when price goes down. That is a gas pedal. You get trends, big candles, fast sell-offs, crashes live here. Same market, opposite behavior. Only because of dealer hedging. The levels traders watch, gamma flip, 0 gamma. The price where total GEX crosses from plus to minus. Above it, calm. Below it, wild. This is the main line on the chart. The gamma flip, 0 gamma. The price where total GEX crosses from plus to minus. Above it, calm. I just read that. Call wall. The strike with the biggest call gamma. Acts like a ceiling. Dealers sell stock as price pushes into it. Put wall. Big put gamma below. Acts like a floor. But if it breaks, hedging speeds up the fall. How people actually trade it as a regime dial, not a buy signal. Positive GEX. I think this is a terrible buy, but I'll go ahead and try to connect the thoughts here. And I'll do it with AI so you can kind of see why I think this is a bad buy for me. But why I just purchased them. God damn it. All right, so can you go ahead and try to make the comparison here to AI16Z? And this is called Chain Traders, some NFT slop where they're essentially saying they're gonna have a wallet that's connected to the NFT and it's gonna trade for you, etc. I want you to go over that comparison of AI16Z for the reason that is the only reason for me to be somewhat interested in this. I look at this as somebody who builds trading bots, and I know that, okay, you connect a trading bot to an NFT, you're not sharing that idea. You're not sharing that bot. You may share like the broad idea, that's fine. People can search through it, but like nobody's gonna be like, yo, I got a bot connected to my NFT that's printing dough. Here, all these other NFT holders, you can have access to it. So that kind of just kills the whole pitch. You know, the article I sent you was the whole pitch to their NFT. And I was like, fuck this, I'm totally out. It's not gonna work at all. But then I was conversating with some of my friends in the chat, and they mentioned like, yeah, not everybody knows what you know. You're 6 years in. You know that nobody's gonna share their bots. Now I look at the motherfucking number of orders there are on this NFT, and it's going crazy. You are not the problem. You're just approaching trading the old way. There's a new way, and it's with AI. You can literally have AI do the hard part of trading, which is removing all of your emotions and trading while you're living your actual life. And AI is not the future. You can see here, I have AI cooking for me all day long. AI is not the future, AI is now when it comes to trading. If you don't start using AI for your trading, you're going to get left behind, but it's not too late. AI has absolutely flipped the trading world upside down. So if you're 333 million market cap, expensive. Through some of my best videos. I invite you to my Discord. I answer all your frequently asked questions. I give you my actual framework for automated trading. I give you hundreds of ideas. I give you my book list. I give you a bunch of data. So you get that just as a bonus for joining here today. But not only that, I give you my API key. This is institutional grade data that others will have to spend thousands on. You get it here just for joining. moondev.com/docs if you want to learn more about that. I built out the Moondev API, and you get access to that as well. So not only do you get the daily Zooms and the connection to all the others in the community and being able to ask me any question every day live on Zoom while I'm building, but you get the roadmap and you get the API key. Now we have limited pricing for the first few people to join. So go ahead and sign up, and I'll see you on tomorrow's Zoom call. But if you're doing 5 at a time, it's much faster. And the crazy part about this, dude, is it took me forever to write my first back test by hand. And now we're at this place where agents can go ahead and do anything. It's just, what are you doing with agents? I still haven't seen many better use cases than this RBI agent. And I built this a long time ago, and I'm just making it better and better because Jim Simons, the $31 billion algo trader who I'm following, says I got to make my systems better and better because that's what everybody else is going to do. This is where we go ahead and optimize it. It tries to close the gap here. So if it's not quite at the place we want it to be, it goes ahead and optimizes it. This is the bug branch here. And these are the 5 different threads, and that's all of the code. You have my RBI agent. You know that researching is important, come up with great ideas, and then back test those ideas to see if they're trash or not. If they're trash, get them out of here. If they're not trash, okay, incubate them. Don't put $10,000 in there like I did. Put $10, see if it works in the future. If it does, scale it up. You've got everything, and if you want to come through to the Zoom tomorrow, I'll drop the API key and give you a bunch of bonuses as well. There's a link in the description. Okay, now what I want you to do is, since this is correct now, that's crazy amounts in the market right now. I want you to go ahead and use the slide agent in order to build out a nice explanatory here. This is something that I'll present to people that want to get caught up to speed with me. And it needs to be fun. It needs to explain exactly why this positions near liquidation ladder is important. Until today, you've never been able to see other people's positions. Essentially, back in the day, we had BitMEX, where there was a ton of stories of them just being able to see people's positions and just moving the market to liquidate them and then reverse it right away. So it's like a cheat code for traders that was not possible before Hyperliquid and was not really possible before this Moondev API, simply because if you were trying to do this, you'd have to track every single trader in the market and then look up each of them, and you'd run into API limits. So it's really only doable because of the Moondev API, but it's really only doable because Hyperliquid is an open source exchange, kind of. Not open source, but it's on every transaction's on the chain, so you can track everybody's positions. And this is important because most people that use excessive leverage get liquidated. So I can see 40x leverage, 40x leverage. For example, this guy's sitting here with a $107 million position. Is he going to get liquidated? Probably. When is the question? If the exchanges can see your positions and they're aiming to liquidate you because they make much, much higher fees, well, this is some sort of signal to traders. It's one of my favorite tools, and we can go ahead and show all of the code there at the end. If there's any dependencies, and go ahead and show those dependencies as well. But use the first 6 slides to explain the idea, the reason why it's so powerful. Until today, these days, you have not been able to see any other traders' positions that you're trading against, but now you can. Use the slide.